Real-time strategy games are not a thing of the past, and if you love them and have fond memories, I've built a list of games you must play this year. Their order isn't from best to worst, but a great showcase so you can pick whichever you like and try out. Remember that if you can't afford to buy any right now, wishlist the games as it helps the developers and publisher more than you think. So let's get into the intro. Hi and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Basharal and this is Telplay. If you can see, Zira is actually being captured by the green screen because she's partially green, which is super funny. Yeah. In today's video, we'll be talking about a genre dear to my heart, which is the real-time strategy games. I grew up playing and watching my friends play on the computer this type of games, and I have fond memories of these games, even though there aren't that many games today and they're not really that popular as they used to be. My very first real-time strategy game was Cossacks European Wars. I don't know if some of you remember that game, but it's still available on Steam and other platforms, I think GOG as well, and I still think that the game still looks incredibly well for a game that came back in 2001. But anyway, today I'll be sharing 6 games that you want to check out this year because they're worth checking out if you are the type of gamer that enjoys the RTS type of genre. Just as a disclaimer, I've not played all the games on this list, but I did play their prequels or the original. So let's begin with the first game on the list, which is Stronghold Definitive Edition. Stronghold Definitive Edition is the remastered version of the original Stronghold games. This franchise is very close to my heart as I've played and adored the original. The Steam version has the HD version that improves on some visual aspects, but they never have went further detailing and bringing back to life this game. Although it's holding its original aesthetics, there has been some great emphasis on animation, bringing new campaigns to play, having a multiplayer as part of the game, so no more you have to go and look online, everything being integrated in Steam, features and improvements in the audio section, and upgrades to visuals and animation. On top of that, the game offers Steamworks support, which is amazing. If you want to try out new mods, maps, and different scenarios, it is great, so I highly recommend checking that game out. And as progressively the game gets better and better, there will be additional things, additional mods that are worth checking out. I don't know about you, but if you enjoyed the classic and the golden years of RTS gaming back in the days and want to relive that experience, or maybe you are a new player to the franchise and want to see what's the fuss about this game, you can check out Stronghold Definitive Edition and give it a fair shot. Moving on with the sequel, this time around I'm talking about Man of War 2. If you've never played or heard of Man of War franchise, I'll give you a short brief description what this game is all about. Man of War 2, the anticipated sequel of the acclaimed RTS franchise, is here with all new units, locations, campaigns, and game modes, combined with a series of trademark historical accuracy and action-filled gameplay on the eastern and western front of World War II. Experience World War II real-time strategy gameplay like never before. Man of War 2, the new chapter of the evolution of the top-rated RTS franchise, bring you more units with different specializations to lead pinpoint historical accuracy and new levels of visuals and audio excellence, all combined with the series' original heart-pounding action. Lead your troops in intense real-time battles on the western and eastern fronts and overwhelm your opponents with epic narrative single-player campaign and skirmish modes, before then driving deep into multiplayer action. Utilize sophisticated military strategies, lay ambushes, or use brute force to show your abilities as the greatest military leader of all time. Attend full command of different roles from air and armor to infantry and support in fast-paced battles packed with action. Man of War 2 brings significant visual improvements and the advanced AI to create the classic real-time strategy game fans fans have been waiting for. I think this franchise was due to receive a sequel. If you play the original, know that this comes alongside with 5 additional expansions to tell the story of the World War II, as well as other frontline stories. I believe it's a great franchise to dive into and explore, but if you want something fresh and better looking this year, look no further, as Men of War 2 was out for a short while in beta, but the game is expected to fully release in 2024, so we need to wait a few more months until this game fully comes out. I know it's a bummer, but for those who have experienced the beta, they have had a blast, and I believe you'll enjoy this game just as much once the game comes out. But still, if you want to consider playing this game, try the original or the expansions. I know that some of the graphics might not hold up to today's standards in what we're currently having, but still, I think it's worth checking this game out. For now, just wishlist the game and wait until its release. Third on this list, we've got The Settlers New Allies. The Settlers franchise is a beloved RTS franchise created by Ubisoft. I've got fond memories playing the old ones, so it's nice to have a return to the series. The Settlers New Allies is a strategy game with an in-depth build-up experience and a real-time strategy battles, fully reimagined from the ground up with stunning graphics and detailed animations. Choose among 3 factions: the Elari, the Maru, and the Yorn. Each has a unique look, playstyle, and background story. If you've never played the Settlers games, you have to know that besides the combat aspects, also have got management and city building aspects that come into play. Combat isn't mainly the main focus on the game, but it sure has a pillar in this game. You can choose to deal with your enemies either diplomatically if you wish, or you can go and deal with them as a warrior, dealing with them using your sword, of course. It's all up to you. Fourth on this list, Company of Heroes 3. I don't know about you, but World War II fascinated me during high school history classes. Company of Heroes delivers an epic story that covers the period of World War II with new mechanics and modes as it sets in Italy and Northern Africa. Despite being an incredibly looking game, beautiful visuals, and next generation destructible environments, one thing I have to mention is that this game lacks a few couple of things when it comes to content. Compared to previous games, Company of Heroes 2, this game has a long way to go until it reaches the heights of its predecessors. Still, I do think you have to keep an eye for this one until more content is added, although if you still want to try this game out, you can do so without a problem. I must say I love the first 2 games, and to be fair, I did enjoy the main campaign of the first one. I didn't get to play that much of the second one. I played a little bit of multiplayer back in the days when you could play in internet cafes and whatnot, so I had the chance to play it over there, but I didn't manage to play the main campaign to see how that is. But I do think that these developers know what they're doing when it comes to real-time strategies, and if you enjoy a good campaign, this game might offer you just that. And fifth on this list, Pikmen 4. Yep, Pikmen. I never realized this is an actual real-time strategy game, but believe it or not, it is. This is the 4th entry of the Pikmen franchise, and it took Nintendo fans and newcomers by surprise with this entry. You play and control a minuscule character who takes command of a squad of Pikmen to explore various areas, fight enemies, secure treasures, and solve puzzles. Pikmen can be directed to platform various tasks such as carrying objects and fighting enemies, and have different individual weaknesses and strength. It's not a typical build your base, attack your enemies, rinse and repeat kind of method from other strategy games on this list or other type of real-time strategy games out there, but it's still an interesting take on the real-time strategy games. I personally never played a Pikmin game before, but it would be interesting to try this franchise out at some point. So if you're in for the cute visuals or the fun gameplay, I think this game offers a large variety of possibilities and fun no matter the age. So if you reach until this point, well, you know very well I'll be sharing a couple of bonus games you have to check out. We'll start first with the DLC. Age of Empires 2 Return to Rome is the DLC I'm talking about. If you love Age of Empires 2 and the return to such a beloved game, then expanding your game with Return to Rome is probably the greatest idea and the best investment you can make. Within this self-contained experience, you can can challenge friends with original 16 Age of Empires civilizations, plus one brand new Return of Rome exclusive civilization, the Lac Viet. This subgame also allows you to battle your way across the ancient world with 3 new campaigns featuring conquerors, empire builders, and gifted tacticians fighting desperately against fate. So, more Age of Empires 2 is great, right? I think the game holds up well and it's getting the love that it deserves. Of course, there are some visual improvements to the whole remastered version, but I think it's definitely worth it. Next bonus game is The Last Train Home. The description of the game goes as follows. The Great War is over, the fight continues. Command a legion of soldiers desperately trying to make their way home amidst the chaos of civil war. Lead them through the unforgiving wilderness on board an armored train. Manage your crew and resources and try to survive. What's cool about this game is that it's a single player game that focuses on decision making and strategizing your way to get the best outcome. I think the game is worth checking out since it just came out this 28th of November. So what do you think about the list that I've shared with you? Do you like any of these games? Let me know in the comments because I read them all and I will be replying. Also, if you want to support and help me share this video to other people, giving this video a thumbs up helps a great deal. As well, if you're new to the channel and when you want to see more games, more listings just like this, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That will help a lot and it's free, so it's a win-win. And if you don't like the content that I share, you can always unsubscribe. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Vasharal and this has been a Tellplay listing video. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and happy gaming.